and welcome to another interview for CyprusGamer.com. My name is Sotiris, and we have been invited today to Mr. Kitty here to the house of one of the organizers of Cyprus COMIC CON 2015. Peter is in the organizing committee of Cyprus COMIC CON, and hopefully we will find more about Cyprus COMIC CON and what is Cyprus COMIC CON and what is going to be on the expo this year. Hello Peter, how are you today?
I'm fine, and my cat is even better.
I see your cat is even squashy there from these. So can you tell the people that are watching what exactly is Comic Con? So, to the people who do not already know what is Comic Con.
Okay, on the surface, a Comic Con is a big event that collects all sorts of pop culture together. So you're talking from comics to board games to video games through to cosplay, all the Japanese pop culture stuff like anime and manga, all the otaku stuff. It's just a massive collection of nerds and having a great time on a selected day of the year.
I know we are a small island, but what gave you the idea to host a Comic-Con in Cyprus?
The community in Cyprus has always been kind of separated into different little tiny areas. So you would have like the comic geeks hanging out outside Ant Comics down in Nixia. You'd have the gamers at the LAN cafes.
I've been there, yeah.
And people never really got together in a mass. And I started organizing otaku, like anime and manga events in 2012.
2012.
And I started seeing the community come together. People were cosplaying, and I met more people from the community. And we became friends. And
cosplaying from then?
Yeah, the first cosplay event in Cyprus took place in, I believe it was 2011, in April. And we had 15 to 20 cosplayers show up on that day.
Okay. So what do you do exactly in Cyprus Comic Con? What is your role in Cyprus Comic Con?
So I touch on a number of different things. I guess I'm kind of working on a wide range of tasks. I do quite a bit of promotion. I bring together some of the stores that are going to be taking part in the day. And I speak to everybody involved. It's a team effort. Everyone's sort of working together on all sorts of different things. It's not like any one person is necessarily
to have the role of yourself
responsible for one thing. Exactly. Most people are responsible for a few things. And they have like maybe one that's their main task. There's a team of 10 of us this year.
10. Can you name some of or all of the people that are in the team?
So we have the 5 founding organizers who started last year. It's myself, Tony Michaels, Tassos Anastasiadis, Antonis Aristodimou, and Christos Elinas. And all 5 of those guys have been either active in the commercial sector for geek stuff in Cyprus, or come from an educational background, or community background like myself. And the other 5 are just avid fans. It's Crystal helping out with the art department. We have Neo, who's doing a lot of our graphic design. We have Helen, who's in charge of cosplay. We have Nick, who's the accountant. And on top of that, we also have our house. How should we call it? Our local brony. So he's a big fan of My Little Pony, but he's also head of the Cyprus Smash Bros community.
We have our frappe in a Viking. Cheers!
Arr.
You must be a gamer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, what is your current favorite game, and which is your favorite all-time game?
Okay, so my current favorite game is a little indie game on the PC called The Curious Expedition. It's a roguelike where you're kind of taking the role of a famous explorer and trying to find treasures like Indiana Jones stuff.
Whoa, that's interesting. Never heard of that.
It's a little known game, but it's really cool. So just check it out if you're into that kind of stuff.
Nice. So what do you do for a living?
I am a coder by day. So I'm primarily a web developer, but I also develop a lot of back-end code and other stuff.
Back-end coding, I have some issues with my bug accounts, so maybe we can make something about them.
Don't talk about that on cameras.
Okay, so what do you do on your free time? Do you have any hobbies except Comic Con?
I do tabletop gaming, board gaming, and cards, video games. I watch anime and manga. I stay up to date with the TV shows that are around right now, like Daredevil and such
Okay.
things.
It's a question from Stavros Za from Cyprus Comic Con, and he wants to know if you can donate some of your hair to him.
Well, I know he is of the smooth sculpt variety.
Smooth. Let's call it smooth.
So Za, if you want to come over here sometime, my cat and I can share some of our fluff with you. That's absolutely no problem.
Okay, so last year's Comic Con was hosted at the European University of Cyprus, yeah?
That's right. Yep.
Okay, and this year is going to be at Philoxenia Conference Center.
Mm-hmm.
What are the advantages of hosting the event there?
Okay, so European University Cyprus was a great venue, and they really helped us out a lot last year. The first Comic Con couldn't have happened without those guys,
Okay.
and they're supporting us again this year. But we really needed to move to a proper convention center after last year's turnout, and
Because it was full up.
yeah, it was totally
How many
uncomfortable.
did they come to the Comic Con last year?
So we didn't ever take an accurate count, but we did have one sponsor giving away goodie bags, and they gave away at least 4,000 goodie bags.
At least
And they ran
4,000.
out. Yeah. So
Okay.
I mean, obviously, some people may have taken two. instead
Two.
of one,
Okay, but maybe 3,000. They exactly were there. Okay.
this is my estimate. I like to call it a conservative estimate.
Okay.
3,000. Yeah.
Okay. So, is there anything special happening this year at Comic Con? Any program?
Well, we have a number of
We want
surprises.
some specialties.
We're not going to reveal all our surprises.
Give us some juice.
But
Accept-
I can say that like last year we had one guest from abroad, which was Neil Gibson. This year we have 5 to 6. So
Whoa.
you can look forward to experiencing some pretty cool comic book
Okay. So,
art this year.
is there going to be any gaming competitions?
Yeah, last year we started off the gaming section in a kind of like the whole convention last year was more of a beta convention. This year we're expanding that, and we're going to have at least 4 tournaments running.
Like what games?
So we have a dedicated space so we can do more tournaments. We've got Smash Bros, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter 4, and we are also working with Team MSYD on Hearthstone.
Okay.
And we're hoping that we'll be able to pull together a FIFA tournament as well. That's not
Great.
confirmed, but
That's great.
the important thing about all these tournaments, though, is that they're actually organized by the community groups in Cyprus. It's not Comic Con that's organizing them. It's the guys that care.
Okay,
It's the guys
that
know.
is great for CyprusGamer too, because our job is to make people in Cyprus that love game and gaming come out and do more for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, this is the goal of Comic Con as well. Is so many people stuck in their bedrooms
Yep.
and not getting out and meeting each other and having a good time.
So you told me about the artists before. Can you name some of them?
So we have a couple that we can announce. Yeah.
Okay.
So Neil Gibson, who came last year,
Yep.
is returning.
Welcome back.
And we also have 2. I can mention. Okay, I'll mention 2 artists out of our
Great.
our roster. We have Ilias Kyriazis,
Okay.
who's a Greek comic book artist, who's famous for the Secret Identity series.
Okay.
It's an independent comic series published by a U.S. publishing house. And
Nice.
also Michael Dialinas, who works with Boom Comics currently.
Okay.
And he's got his book, The Woods, that is, he'll
Okay,
be...
they're both from Greece, is it?
Yes, both of these guys are from
so
Greece.
we
and-
see people from Greece have interest in our Comic Con.
Yes, actually, it's very, very encouraging this year because we had a lot of interest from Greece, especially in terms of artists.
Great.
And even 2 or 3 who haven't quite reached professional published grade, but are
Yeah.
on their way there and are very, very talented, are coming to Cyprus as well. So
Great.
you can expect a wide variety of artists.
Okay. I did read in Facebook today that we will have a movie competition, short movie competition.
Yeah.
Can you tell us some more about the competition?
So we have an extra room this year to house our short film festival.
Mm-hmm.
We started that off last year with a bunch of local short films.
Yep.
Again, this year we're taking local
One of them
submissions.
is Andreas.
Andreas Kiriakou, yes,
Okay.
he's in charge of the film festival again this
Great.
year. And he's opened up the festival this year to international submissions as well.
Oh.
So we should see some really cool genre films from other talented creators from outside
Great.
of Cyprus as well.
Great. So I'm sure it's going to be a great event. So it means many companies and organizations will be sponsoring you. So can you name some of them?
So Cyprus Comic Con is non-profit, and that means that we need support of our sponsors to get this done. Luckily, our sponsors are really very generous, and they're pulling massive amounts of weight to help us achieve this. So this year, among many, we have Summersby, Bionic Stores, European University Cyprus, Cyprus.com, CyprusGamer, of course.
Yep.
PlayStation 4, G3 Great Games, Mix FM.
MixFM.
The list goes on. Shark Energy Drink.
If you want to name them all, there is no problem.
I'm not going to turn this into a marketing
Okay,
thing. But
okay.
But we need to mention these guys because it's incredible how much interest from all sectors. I mean,
Yep.
it's not just gaming companies. It's everyone. I mean,
Yep.
they love Comic Con.
They love Comic Con because we love what we are doing, and you love what we are doing. That's why people love to sponsor these events.
Plus, there are geeks everywhere. I think everywhere. In
Geeks.
every office, in every cubicle.
So, what are your expectations for this year's Comic Con?
We're hoping for a bigger turnout than last year. All signs point to that happening. And really, we just want to see the event keep growing year on year, to have more of everything each year.
Okay.
And we're not going to stop at the level of a small regional convention. We want to aim high. We want to make sure that we get international recognition
so
as well.
people can come in Cyprus and have great fun at our expo. So,
I mean, Cyprus is a lot about tourism, right?
Yeah.
So,
So
let's bring some tourists over.
let's
as well.
bring some tourists who are interested in comics and Comic Con and geeks, everywhere geeks. So, are you thinking of doing something like Comic Con for winter or something?
So, right now, Comic Con is an annual single-day event in Cyprus. We may consider extending to multiple days in future, but I'm not sure we would do a separate convention in the winter.
Okay.
What we might want to try doing is creating some smaller events throughout the year, just to keep people going.
Okay.
And to support other people's activities as well. I mean, there's quite a few local events going on.
There's a lot of local events. I've been there too. So mostly gaming competitions. So how can people contact you? How can people can they still join for or volunteer for Comic Con?
So I'm afraid that this year our sign-ups are closed, but we'll open them again for 2016 very soon. And just stay in touch on our website at cypruscomiccon.org.
CyprusComicCon.org. Yeah.
And check us out on Facebook as well. That's where you can find us and talk to us.
Great. So Comic Con is always associated with cosplayers. Are you expecting a good turnout this year? I'm sure last year's was a great turnout because I didn't expect to see so many cosplayers last year. Are you expecting many more this year?
This is where I'm going to say I think we're going to get double the cosplayers we had last year. And this is just because Cyprus has blown expectations out of the water in terms of cosplay.
Plus, cosplayers enter free.
Yes. So
cosplay, you can enter
get
free.
your costume on, come cosplay, get in for free. It's going to be epic. And the more people in costume, the more fun it is. So.
More fun it is. By the way, have you ever cosplayed?
I am in cosplay right now. Can't you tell?
Who are you right now?
Giant dwarf.
Yep.
Yep.
I thought we were Vikings.
Well, all dwarves are Vikings. All Vikings are dwarves.
So okay.
And they're all Arnold Schwarzenegger's children. And
give me 5.
Right? I mean.
Yeah. I believe so. I believe so. So one last question.
Okay.
What do you eat for breakfast?
Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding, dude.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Cornflakes. Cocoa Pops.
What do Vikings eat and dwarves?
Beer. Smaller dwarves.
Smaller dwarves. So that was it for today. Thank you for your time. Very, very much, because this was fantastic. All the plushes here.
There's more back there, but you guys can't see them.
You can
Too
see.
bad.
Maybe you can see them in a few moments on the outro. So you can find all the information about Comic Con on the description below. And please do like, subscribe, and share our video, Facebook page, YouTube channel. This was Sotiris from CyprusGamer.com. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Da! Ha! Bye!
Είμαι ο Χριστοδούλος και είμαι γκίκ.